close. Now, unless they pulled off a game like they did that one time where they were getting blown out at the first half. Well, they shouldn't have to do that, but the fact of the matter is, that's what we got. But the fact of the matter is, there's no way in the world that any team can continue to win on a consistent basis, getting blown out every time. Let me see. Let's see. I know they played, let's see, before. Let's see. They beat the Panthers, of course. They beat the Panthers. Wait, what was it? Who did they beat? Who did the Buccaneers face first? I should have beat. They beat the last time they faced. They did. They can lose to the Saints. Why didn't I think they were gonna beat the Saints? They didn't even beat them the first time. I didn't think they were gonna get swept. I mean, come on, man. Gonna get swept. You gonna get swept by the Saints? Like, come on now. I thought, okay, they lost the first time. Man, there's no way they were gonna get swept the second time. There's no way it can be possible. They're just not feasible for them to lose the second time. They have to win one and won't go 1 for 1. Nope. 8-1. Let's see.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 58. Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Aaron Rodgers and the New York Giants.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants.
Oh my goodness.
The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. That's Ronnie Stanley, former top 10 pick from Notre Dame. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lindsey. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. 7 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level, went to a junior college, went to Cal and just blew up there. And then, of course, is a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Rodgers again now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. DeAnthony Thomas will return it for Baltimore. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. At their own, the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Jennings showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
It's second down.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, he can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Unbelievable.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers, he'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coach.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Matabike. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
Got a man open, it's Ross. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And now he'll tuck it and run. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
1st and goal from the 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can Split out like receivers, but hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Going deep this time. This is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Catanzaro's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
63-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Here's Rodgers.
45-yard line.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down at the 28.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. The open man is Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the draw, this is Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. from the gun. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. They'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run by Lindsey. Jackson, options out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of a dive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now out come the Giants. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 10-7, a minute 50 to play. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's back to throw. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. 7-yard line. Stop with the spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed than you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Dang! 31-0.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And to give this time to the tailback. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
On the carry.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Right, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
Saquon Barkley the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They'll go to Barkley again.
At the 37-yard line.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Rodgers now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
13. Ravens 10.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Final score, Giants 13, Ravens 10.
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Lindsey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Tucker's kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime.
Oh, my goodness.
Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I've not been a huge fan of a certain cliche, but it does actually apply here. Who actually wants it more now? I mean, both of them have gotten field goals here in overtime.
Yeah, they've been out there a long time trading field goals. Now we'll see who wants it more.
Yeah, mental conditioning as well as physical conditioning is going to determine who wins this one.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 minutes to go in overtime. We will keep playing if we need to. We are all tied up. They'll run with Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up
on 2nd down. Here's Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
on 3rd down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
On for the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl.
13.
Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs.
Ravens 13.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to.
Blown out by the Saints. He got one close game the first time. He came down. Now it goes from a close game to a freaking blown out. Like they didn't got no dang on defense. Defense gave up an open touchdown. Like nobody blocked them. The Giants won their first Super Bowl. That's it for this stream. Next time we're going to be going in the off season.